Hi Capricorn, it's Cosima from Cosima Tarot, and today I have your tea leaf reading for April 2025. So, when I, of course, prepared the tea, I thought of you guys, and nothing in particular popped up, so that's fine. But I did, however, see quite a few symbols in your tea leaf reading, so let's jump right in. Okay, the first symbol I recognized after drinking the tea was this symbol right here, which to me looked like a branch that had quite a few leaves. If you see that it's this branch type symbol here. So the branch represents that you're quite content at the moment and that you are positive in your private life and emotional life. A branch can also symbolize new beginnings and growth. And the fact that the symbol itself is quite large, it indicates that your memory and thinking will improve. So if you guys have been feeling maybe bogged down or, have had difficulty concentrating lately, things are about to turn around in that regard. Now, the fact that there are leaves on the branch, this is associated with happiness in the family and with friends. So we're off to a great start with your first symbol that I recognized. Now, the next symbol that I saw in the teacup, if you can see it here with me, guys, were these two horses' heads. The top here were the mouth and the nose and like the ears and the long neck. And directly underneath, it's almost uncanny how parallel they are to each other, is the second horse. So there's two horses, one above the other. If you can see that here. Here's the top one. And then the second one with his long nose right there, and then the hair, the mane. Okay, so horses in a tea leaf reading represent power, freedom, and death. Now, I always say death does not necessarily mean physical death, so please don't panic. Death as a symbol can represent, a new change or ending of one phase of life and beginning of another. So like, beginning, like as with the symbol of the branch represented new beginnings, the horse can also represent new beginnings. Now, the horse that is featured at the top of the teacup, this symbolizes that it is time for you to utilize your power to make some positive changes. So in other words, you may have to work to and be a go-getter, that I know you guys are, in order to achieve your goals. And the good thing about the horse that's featured in the middle of the teacup means that you will get what you have worked hard towards. However, it is also it's a little bit of a warning to be cautious, not to step on other people's toes. So if you're in a work environment or you're trying to achieve some kind of a goal, just make sure that you respect other, people's property and things like that, just so that you will be successful in your achievement. Now, the symbol I recognize between the branch here and these two horses was the swimmer. There's a person, if you can see, it's on the smaller side, but the head and the two arms, as if, if someone has their arms up and they're floating around or whatever, it looked to me as if it's a swimmer. So, of course, water is associated with emotion. So this symbol of the swimmer is in regards to perhaps some emotional baggage that you have been carrying. This symbol indicates that you should try to free yourself from this emotional baggage, or maybe it signifies that something has been disturbing you and you're unable to come to terms with it. The fact that it's in the middle of the teacup means that you may not have been facing those emotions. So in that regards, it's, consider other people when you're going to be dealing with a work situation or whatever other projects you have going on. You deal with your own emotions, of course, but just have other people's feelings into consideration as well, because the water is a symbol of emotion, so for yourself and for others. Now, the last and final symbol I saw, like I mentioned, we have quite a few here, was this here. And to me, this looked like a ballerina shoe. The heel and then the pointed foot down. This was a ballerina shoe. So the ballerina shoe represents discipline, dedication. So you can, of course, have been in a phase where you're working very hard, but it also kind of points to having balance. If you've been working very hard, it's kind of just a reminder not to lose, balance in your life. So maybe spending time with family and loved ones as well. Don't just put, all the energy into one thing. Maybe it's just a symbol to, it's kind of encouraging you to kind of balance out your life a bit as well. So it also may be a sign that you may be called to utilize your power to handle a situation with grace and poise. So if something comes up this month where it's, a little bit surprising, shocking, startling, the ballerina shoe is just a reminder to keep calm and, as the English say, carry on. So Capricorns, I wish you a wonderful April. The gist of the reading is that you have new beginnings coming about with the branch. The horses represent, you have freedom and power. Just be respectful of other people in a work situation, and that the ballerina shoe and the swimmer represent emotions of things. But stay positive this month and keep your calm, and everything will be fine. But it's generally, I would say, a very positive reading with new beginnings and you being successful in whatever you try to accomplish. So please like and subscribe to my channel and let me know if this resonates for you. I love to read the comments, and I will see you for the next one. Thanks. Bye.